What's going on, all my toy collectors and movie lovers out there? You know who it is. It's your boy Ox, and welcome to the Cave of Wonders. Now, today we're going to be taking a look at an exclusive popcorn bucket from the movie Alein Romulus. This bucket right here is exclusive to Regal Theaters. Now, if you guys were lucky enough to find it in theaters when the movie had came out, then you guys were lucky. But I had to end up pre-ordering it off Regal's movie theater website. Now, it was up for pre-order, and then it ended up selling out. I'll look again and see if it's up for pre-order again, and I'll make sure I leave a link in the description below. But if not, you guys are going to end up having to purchase it off the secondhand market. And this bucket right here costed, I think, around like $39.99, okay? Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, now let's start off with the packaging real quick. This container didn't actually come in any kind of decorative packaging or anything like that. Ended up just coming in this little typical shipping box right here. It doesn't say anything on it. It doesn't say anything about what's inside the box. This is all that it came in, and then it had my address. What is it? Like a sticker for a shipping sticker on the side of the box, and that was it, okay? So there's no kind of Alein Romulus packaging that this thing ends up coming in, like some of the other popcorn buckets that have been released, like the Flash bucket or the Batman bucket, that all had like a packaging that they ended up coming in, okay? But this one right here, once you pull it out of that box, has a little plastic, so it has some bubble wrap that's wrapped around it, and then it has this little plastic packaging right here, and then you guys just pull this thing out. And there is your popcorn bucket right there. So like I said, no kind of fancy packaging or nothing like that. But truthfully, you're not going to need any of that, because if you're going to want to show this thing off, that's what you're going to want to do. This thing looks amazing. You're going to want to show this off just like this, whether you're using it for popcorn like it's meant to be used for, or you're just displaying it as like a container replica or something like that. This thing looks really awesome. Now, I've already measured out for you guys. It measured out to 12 inches tall, and it's about 7.5 inches wide. Might be like a little bit less than 7.5 inches. It's kind of hard to measure it with the little ridges right here, but that's what it ended up measuring out to, about 7.5 inches, at least when I measured the outside of that box that it came in, okay? And like I said, this thing is based off of the Alein Romulus movie. So right here on one side, you're going to see it says Weyland Yutani Corp or whatever, and that's the corporation that's played such a big role in all the Alien movies, because that's the company that was paying all these people to basically be in space looking for different planets to live on, and all the different ships throughout all the movies. Basically everything was owned by the Weyland company, and they were the ones in the original movie that was actually trying to get the alien and bring it back to Earth so they could study it and use it as a weapon and stuff like that, okay? Now, you guys can see it has some really hard plastic bottom, hard plastic top, and then it has clear plastic right here. Now, this is actually two different containers. There's a container right here, and then there's a container on the inside, which is a little bit smaller, that actually holds the popcorn. And the reason that is a reason I'll show you in a second, okay? And then you guys have this little face hugger right here, which is actual kind of like a toy. It kind of wobbles a little bit because it's just pushed into the plastic through these little plastic ridges or whatever you push it through. So I'm sure if you guys wanted to, you guys could pull this off. I'm not going to try and do it, but I know it looks like it's busting through this little canister, and that's what it's meant to look like. But there isn't a hole here. It's just meant to look like it's broken into different little pieces, okay? But it's actually not broken, all right? And let's go ahead and look at the top. Right here's the top. You guys can just flip this little lid open just like that, and then you guys can see that it's another container inside of there. Now, like I said, the container isn't as big as, as round as it looks. It's smaller on the inside, so I can fit my hand in there. But as you guys can see, when I start opening my hands just a little bit, it's tapping the container. That's because there's a separate container inside of here, because it's protecting the lights. There's little lights inside here. I don't know if you guys can see one right there, one right there. So there's a space in between the two clear plastic containers, and that's so that the lights don't get popcorn or butter and stuff like that on them, and end up damaging the little LED lights, okay? Now, another thing is, you're not going to want to wash this as far as submersing it into water or filling it up with water. You're going to want to just get like a wet towel, wipe out the popcorn dust, the salt, whatever kind of butter or cheese you guys use, because you guys are not going to want to submerge this, because this thing actually turns on. So if you guys look at the bottom, you guys can see where it says Alein Romulus, only in theaters. This is not a toy. may contain small parts, so not good for ages 3 and up. Let you know that you do not want to put this in the microwave. It's not microwave safe, and do not put this underwater. Just want to wipe clean, okay? And then you guys can see a little on-off switch, and this is right here is where you guys open the batteries at. Now, it already actually comes with batteries, so you're going to want to have to pull this little tab right here and then push this down. Now, it does require 3 AA batteries, but they're already in there. So I don't know how long they're going to last for, but this is brand new, shipped directly from, wherever it's shipped from, that Regal owns to make these. And then you guys just turn it on right there. And as you guys can see, ends up shining green just like that. And I'll turn off those lights for you guys to see, but you guys can see where the inside of that plastic container is that ends up housing them little LED lights that stops them from getting covered in popcorn dust and stuff like that. But basically, yep, this is how it's going to end up looking. Like I said, this is a good sized popcorn container. It's a foot long, it's a foot tall, so keep that in mind. All right, but let's go ahead and hit off these lights real quick so you guys can see what it looks like. And as you guys can see, this baby is glowing. It's glowing, man. This thing looks really cool. It lights up the room pretty well too, especially down here in my cave. But yep, you guys can see that Wayland Yutani Corporation logo right there, and you guys can see that face hugger looking like it's popping right out. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to throw some popcorn in here to see exactly how much popcorn it holds. I'm just going to go ahead and cook a regular size little bag of popcorn, like the Pop Secret popcorn, and show you guys how much it fills up on the inside of here, right? But this thing does light up really well, and it only comes in one color, so you can't get it to light up in blue or anything like that. It only comes in green, but I'm sure if you guys did some customization, you guys can add other lights in here and do whatever you guys want. But right now it only comes in green, and this is how it's going to end up looking, okay? And now, before I throw some popcorn in here real quick, I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like with some aliens standing next to it. Now, I don't have any of those NECA aliens or whatever. These are just the little cheaper lanyard aliens that cost like $9 or something like that, or $10. So I just wanted to show you guys how they looked, next to it or whatever. That way, in case you guys wanted to display some aliens. These are the bigger lanyard aliens that were like $10, and these were the little ones that came in like a pack with like 2 aliens and a figure for like $10 or $12 or something like that. But I just wanted to give you guys a look at what the aliens look like standing next to it, in case you guys want to display this next to your alien figures, or maybe do some kind of customizations and maybe put put aliens inside of it, if you guys wanted to. Or let's see, got to kind of bend them up, but you guys can fit some aliens in there if you guys wanted to, to make it look like this thing is like holding the aliens inside of it. Or if you guys are really good customizers, you guys can actually cut this plastic out and maybe show one of your guys' aliens actually popping out. Like I said, this thing is just held on. If you guys can see that right there, you guys can see that this little face hugger is actually just pushed into those 2 little holes right there, those 2 little plastic holes right here, and that's what ends up holding it onto this little container. But I'm sure if you guys pulled hard enough, these things could end up coming out if you guys wanted to. I have no intentions to, but just because I love the way this thing looks. But if you guys wanted to do some customization, add some kind of green ooze or something in there, make sure it's sealed off so it don't leak all over inside or whatever, and add an alien in there, you guys could do that as well. All right, but let's go ahead and throw some popcorn in there so you guys can see what it looks like. All right. And here it is, filled up with popcorn. I just used a regular size little bag of popcorn, little microwavable popcorn. It gets like 2.7 ounce, 2.75 ounce or something like that thing of popcorn. So not like the little snackable size, but just like the regular size of popcorn. And it filled up the entire container right here. It's able to shut. Everything's just fine. It's just, that's how much popcorn it's going to be able to hold. So just one of these little things. All right. And as you guys can see, like I said before, there is 2 containers inside of there. So you don't have to worry about popcorn getting down inside those little LED lights. Let's go ahead and turn those on for you guys real quick. You guys can see that the popcorn isn't touching the little lights right there, but this right here is how it's going to end up looking with the popcorn inside of it. All right. But yeah, pretty cool little popcorn container, man. I'm loving these. I love the fact that the theaters. This one right here, obviously, like I said, it came from Regal Theaters. You guys could order it online. There was a deadline to order it. I missed the first deadline because they sold out so quick, but I ended up reordering it, and they ended up just shipping it out now. So I ordered this thing when the movie had first came out to theaters, and I finally just got it right now in December. So I'm happy to actually have it in my collection. I'm sure there's other reviews online of it, but in case you guys didn't know that this thing ended up coming out, it did. I can't leave a link in the description for you guys because it's not available to order, but if you guys are able to find it on the secondhand market on eBay or wherever you guys shop at Macari or something, you guys will be able to find it. I think this thing costed roughly around like $39.99 or something like that. So just keep in mind that because you're ordering it from a scalper, probably you're going to end up paying a little bit more money for it. Okay. But yeah, awesome little popcorn bucket. Love the little lights. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And until next time, stay cool.